South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rock and dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grand View Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show, every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grand View Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grand View Lounge. When you're ready for your favorite cocktail, stop in and unwind at one of our 7 specialty lounges. There's a bar around every corner, because you're in Vegas, baby. South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes. At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
NBA fans were shocked late Saturday night when Luka Doncic was traded to Los Angeles. I mean, yeah, Los Angeles is a surprise, but the Dodgers? Wow, they're getting everybody. And roll the open! That might be the first cold open joke that got a big laugh from behind the glass. I was pretty proud of that one myself. What's happening? What's up, everybody? We are 147 and a half hours from kickoff of Super Bowl 59. And just for fun, we're 8,913 and a half hours until Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, if you're wondering. Thanks for finding the show that on YouTube to watch the show that Beyonce called her security team to investigate my over 7,000 emails asking her to be on the show. Punchlines. It's a program that's a mix of comedy, conversation, some viral videos, educated gambling advice. I'm your host, Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. And today's show, well, we are still shocked at the Luka to the Lakers, not the Dodgers trade. And this crew, oh my goodness, they stopped a wedding. They were so shocked. So, Alex, take a look at these guys.
The OV, the groom, stopped the wedding to break the news of Luka getting traded.
Okay, so that's the voiceover. So now you just see them in disbelief. They're huge Maverick fans. This wedding was in Dallas, I believe, too. But anyway, they're just all on their phones. It's not real. It can't be real. But the one guy's like, it's on Twitter. So as we know, if it's on Twitter, it must be real.
Absolutely insane.
But now they're just
can't even believe it happened.
Look at the disbelief. They're all just staring at their phones. They're like, what? And somewhere the bride's like, okay, can we get this show on the road now? Yes. He's no longer a Maverick. Oh, we have much more Luka to come, ladies and gentlemen. But in about 20 minutes, we have the host of CooperTalk. My friend Steve Cooper, who does a very massively successful podcast on the web. He is a massive Eagles fan. So here's the deal. I'm wearing green and black for the Eagles today. We have Craig Shoemaker, very funny comedian who's been on this show and in studio with us. Another Philly comedian. He'll be on tomorrow via video. Then we're off Wednesday because it's official. And the desk is coming. The desk is coming, ladies and gentlemen, on Wednesday. Thursday, we'll be back with a new show with Jeff Prowls, and I'll have a Kansas City person on. And Friday, we'll have more Kansas City people on. So we're splitting the week up very nicely. But more importantly, you know, who's here now? She is the Mahomes to my Creed Humphreys. I hike her the ball, and she scores with winning quips and picks at 12:36. Sports betting analyst Alex White is here. Woo! All right, Alex, so I'm wearing Eagles colors. What do you got going on here today?
Well, you didn't tell me you're going Eagles, Eagles, Chiefs, Chiefs. I decided to go Chiefs, then Eagles tomorrow.
So that's a Chiefs jersey.
This is my Chiefs
I
shirt.
get it. See, it's a ref's jersey kind of, ladies and gentlemen. So we have to get the show done by 1 because your shift at Foot Locker is at 2. So we got to... Been sitting on that joke for 45 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great shirt. I love it.
Thank you.
So yeah, we're gonna do Chiefs, Eagles, Chiefs. I mean, we want to cater the show to the people who have made the Super Bowl. Deb Whitkus, we're gonna hopefully get a live piece from her. You are not going to New Orleans.
I am not going to New Orleans.
There was a shot for a minute you were gonna go.
Yeah. She had an extra
media pass. She had a room to crash in.
Yeah.
So anyway, she will. She's going to file some sort of video for us, so we'll have another Eagles clip there. So it's going to be a lot of fun this week. Now, where were you when Luka got traded? Do you remember? Where did you see the alert?
It was late. It was late Saturday night.
It was like 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was in bed and I went, "What?" And the dogs are like, "What?" That scared the dogs. And I immediately texted Reno Paul, who's a massive Laker fan. I said, Luka's a Laker. He's like, yeah, right. He didn't believe me. I go, dude, Google it. And he went on. He goes, wait, for Anthony Davis, he was flipping out.
I know. I'm worried about Matt Light. Have you checked in on him? Because he's been a Mavs fan for
what? We
6 months.
We do have to check in with Matt Light. I do think I saw over the weekend him with a sad face holding his Luka basketball. Fans,
right.
trust me, we have way more Luka stuff and more fan reaction stuff coming up in the show, but no one wanted to believe it. Everyone thought Sham got hacked when he released it. No one was believing it, but as you kept... And then reactions from the players. We'll get to a lot of that,
I did
guys.
tell Jeff if Woj was still working,
right,
we probably would have had a little bit of insight. This wouldn't have been so alarming. I don't know.
Apparently, everyone was caught off guard. Apparently, AD and LeBron were at dinner. Like, it was a team dinner. They annihilated the Knicks. They were 10.5-point underdogs to the Knicks. Beat them by, like, a good 10 or 15 points. Because I kept checking updates on that game. And then I was in bed when I got that. And apparently they were all at dinner and they had to come in and tell AD. And
my God.
He must have been like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. But anyway, JJ Redick will now be Luka Doncic's head coach. And if you remember, we got a graphic right here. They were teammates once. So obviously I have a feeling that Luka was probably the big fish on that team. And JJ was a supportive cast member. He was the vet, but I mean, Luka's a superstar. But now JJ Redick is the boss. How do you see that working out? Now, I saw Charles Barkley this morning saying he doesn't believe that LeBron and Luka can play together, that they're both not good without the ball. So that's going to be interesting. And, a lot of people are saying that Luka's conditioning, the only person who could get him in shape is probably LeBron, who at 40 looks like he's 20. So I don't know. I mean,
I think it's going to work out just fine. I actually think they'll be very dominant.
I think so too.
Yeah, LeBron 10 years ago, but he's getting older. He's okay sharing the ball.
I think he's a smart enough player. He's got his rings. There's no pressure on him. Luka made the finals last year. I think he's going to look at LeBron and go, teach me, right? Yeah. And LeBron plays another year or two, and then it's Luka's team at 26 or 27 for 10 years in LA. Again, see, I badmouth the Dodgers for doing all this big money and getting all the players. My basketball team has long been the Lakers since 79. So I'm a Laker fan. And I'm like, oh, my God, we did it again. We got a superstar. But now I know how small markets feel in basketball. I mean, look, I know how it is with football and baseball. Not so much football, but baseball especially. So it's just kind of crazy. How did this Laker? Everyone, that's all they're going to talk about. I did find this funny. One other thing from Reno Paul. He sent me the line. Now, a lot of the websites don't put up lines for a week or two, right? A lot of the sports books.
Yeah.
There is already a line, and I don't want to mess this up, so I'm going to Reno Paul, who is on, by the way, he is on my favorite since we text all the time. He's right there at a thumb's reach right here.
It's like MySpace all over again.
Yeah, exactly. So he sent this to me. He goes, normally my app has games for today, maybe tomorrow. They know what's hot. And here it is, February 25th, Mavs at Lakers. Lakers minus 4.5, over under 227.5. So they're already looking for action on a game that's not for 2.5 weeks.
Not to mention we still need to get Luka back.
3 weeks. Yeah, we need to get Luka back. Everyone's like, oh, he's just going to jump in and play against the Clippers tomorrow night. Oh, no, he's got to heal. He hasn't played since, I believe, Christmas.
I think that's
something around there. So he's got to...
Timeline.
Look, apparently the Mavericks were just tired with his conditioning, but to give up a superstar...
You have to imagine that Luka got more people into that building.
Oh my God.
He probably the most jerseys sold.
Yes.
Like it's
Matt Light.
It's pretty wild.
And where's Mark? Has Mark Cuban come out and said anything yet? I keep looking to see if Mark Cuban has come out. He was the longtime owner, no longer principal owner, but he's still there. To get his reaction, I don't think they asked him. I don't know. It's pretty insane. Excuse me. All right, let's take a look at what's on the rest of the show today. Let's take a look at the punch menu. So, yeah, we got a lot of Luka. There's more Luka. In our comedy clip, we have a bad day at the range and more Luka. We offer some gambling advice in our daily segment, which we've amended the title. So when we play the jingle, Alex, we might have to add a word. You might want to sing along if you want. Instead of picks at 12:36, it's picks and props at 12:36. So we're going to go prop heavy on the big game, which is 147 hours and 20 minutes away. And in the end of the show, we got some videos that feature a couple comedians and a Kermit the Frog tramp stamp. Ladies and gentlemen, if you thought you weren't going to stay tuned for the whole show, stick around for the Kermit the Frog tramp stamp. It's worth it. We'll close with Kenny White's dog of the day and a cute little dog video. Let's go to top of show breaking video. Oh my goodness. What should we talk about? All right, well, Alex, we need a Luka break. By the way, our template I saw used on a commercial for some late night infomercial. And it was the same background. I was dying. I was like, they stole it from us. We all need a Luka break for a minute, so let's head to Iowa. We got to talk about Cece, right? Yep. So yesterday's date was February 2nd. 2-2.
Yep.
Caitlyn Clark wears 22. So her old squad upset Juju Watkins, which was a big upset. They beat USC, who was 4th ranked, beat them pretty handily at home. I think they were up 18-1 to start the game, and then they were down at half, but then they went on a run. So Iowa won. Everyone was there to watch the game, but really they were there to see Caitlyn Clark. So here we go. We got some Caitlyn Clark. Here's her jersey being retired. That's her brother, I believe, right? He's always there. So they're rattling off all her accomplishments, and she gets to watch her jersey hoisted to the rafters. Pretty cool. Big TV audience for the game as well.
Very cool.
I mean, the guy could have talked for 10 minutes going over all her stats. But there you go. Congratulations to Caitlyn Clark. Nike gave her a really cool coat, and on the inside, the lining was all her accomplishments. So I don't know if they're going to be selling those, but Caitlyn Clark. Now, listen, we have to also talk about another 22 that was retired. Vegas' own Asia Wilson. She had her jersey retired as well. I don't know if she had hers scheduled first and then Caitlyn. So you got to remember, Asia still is. She's the reigning MVP.
That's right.
Went to South Carolina. She also had her 22 hoisted. So here we go. Getting pretty emotional. Both on 2-2, February 2nd.
I like her timeline better. She's been in the league a little bit longer.
Right.
And I understand Iowa wants to do it, but she can really appreciate it right now.
That's true. Okay. Iowa's just like, we need some hoopla. We need to get Caitlyn back to Iowa. Let's do it the following year.
But she looks a little uncomfortable. Like, it's a little too soon. I've only been in the W for a year.
Yeah. But she's a superstar, so they're milking it.
Yeah.
Yesterday was Groundhog Day, and the groundhog did see a shadow, so that means 6 more weeks of winter. And then I walk out today here in Vegas, and it's going to be like 70s.
Yep.
So sorry, rest of the country. It's pretty warm out here out west. I know my mom's watching in Pittsburgh, where they've been getting single digits a lot. So, yeah. But anyway, so, winter shall continue. And we have, what's that? We have Luka news. We got to get back to Luka, ladies and gentlemen. Luka Doncic has landed in Los Angeles. Here's the clip of him. Look, and he's doing the LA thing. He gets off a plane. Where he had 4 cheeseburgers, 3 No, I'm joking. He's in fine shape. There's Rob Pelinka, who orchestrated the whole thing.
Seriously?
Whose job is on the line with this. Actually, his job is secure now.
Yeah.
Everyone's forgetting about Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis was a very popular Laker. First team he's a great player.
He's just dealt with a lot of injuries, especially.
Well, he did. And his nickname, Street Clothes. Street Clothes is one of the funniest nicknames because he is injured a lot. Not Joel L. Embiid, where we showed that stat last week where he's played 446 games for the Sixers, but he's been out for 400 games.
Oh my God.
But AD also has a ring. Got him a ring. By the way, a lot of people think Dallas is fine without Luka. They're going to still a solid team.
Yeah.
I forget who was saying. It might have been Barkley saying that he still thinks they're the 3rd best team in the West. So I don't know about that. We're going to see. We're going to see how this all unfolds. Good drama. The NBA needed this bad.
Yeah.
I wonder if, like, Adam Silver's behind this. Like, our ratings are down. Everyone's complaining about games being too long. Matt and Everett was here talking about the ending. The games are going too long. Refs are calling fouls. We need some action.
Honestly, they did too. And NHL has been very active before the trade deadline. Like big names moving around. So, I mean, Super Bowl coming up.
Yeah.
MLB,
pitchers and catchers in about a week or so.
Yeah, so NBA really did need
They
this.
stole some of the Super Bowl. You think Super Bowl thunder is impossible to steal? Congratulations, NBA, you did it. All right, let's move on to our comedy clip of the day. Enough Luka for now. Let's take a look at every guy's nightmare or girl at the driving range. Have you ever gone to the driving range, hit a bucket of balls?
Of course.
Of course you have. I know. You just looked at me like, what are you, insane?
But it's like such a fun thing to do on a weekday night.
Yeah.
Go out
Where
there.
do you go? Is there a place around here?
There's one right across from Town Square, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I might have to go there, hit some balls. Anyway, this guy went to hit a bucket of balls. This is our comedy clip of the day. We got 2 of them today, actually. This right here, this is everyone's nightmare. Comedy clip of the day. Here we go. So he broke it because it got hung up in that little piece of wire. I don't know. Yeah, you should. And say that again. Were you on mic for that?
I wasn't. Why was he so close to that?
Possibly to create a viral video.
Rookie.
It is. He was close to the little thread there, so it broke his. It could have been set up, but nonetheless, still pretty funny. Yeah, and then everyone's just staring at it. Maybe it was set up. Who knows? All right, we'll go back to Luka for one more comedy clip. This dude's girlfriend had to check on him since he wasn't getting out of bed all day. He was just laying in bed watching Luka highlights. Look at this guy.
Oh my gosh.
He's got his phone. He's depressed, just watching old Luka highlights. She had to check on him wearing his Luka shirt and then buries his face. I saw a lot of fans protesting outside. I saw a clip this morning of them carrying a Luka casket outside of Dallas as they protest. Oh my God, we have it. Oh my God, we got it in.
Oh my God.
Thank you to Keith and Kane for getting it in. Thanks, Hannah. I didn't know we had it.
Oh.
Look at that. And all the people following, like, yeah, screw you, Dallas. People are mad in Dallas. And if there's one state you don't want to get mad, that's Texas. But yeah, oh, good. Thank you for getting that in, guys. I wasn't sure if we were going to have that. Very nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we have a special guest coming on, but it wouldn't be a Monday if we didn't have a killer montage that Drew Dog works in the lab. He works up to showtime just about, puts a lot of time into this. I was sick all last week, so I don't know if there's enough good moments for him. How long is this montage? 30 seconds. 30 seconds. No, it's longer than that. We always appreciate these. So here we go. Monday montage, last week's highlights. Enjoy. Thanks for searching YouTube to watch the show that kids call the hippest, dopest show with Riz that is woke. No cap.
New Jersey Institute of Technology.
They do not have a team.
They call them New Jersey Tech.
The Fighting Protractors.
Yeah.
No. All right, well, this... Oh, it's Calgary Flames. We're doing the Calgary Flames. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel like a magician in Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, you basically saw right in front of your life. I'm like Oz Perlman, the mentalist. This landed closest to me. Did I try this? No, not at all. We're going Calgary Flames.
Northern Iowa and Drake. Let's see if it's the same number. We're going. No, we're. Oh, I switched it. Dang it.
Yeah. Oh! Alex got the first trombone. The Monday episode is very skibbity Riz, Ohio. There was a term I saw on the internet today, and I had to Google it. I didn't know what gooning was. Oh, wait. Oh, boy. Christ. If the Eagles lose the Super Bowl, this is excellent. They will have 666 wins and 666 losses. Seeing those number of the beast seems appropriate, since most of their fans should end up in hell.
I'm going to say yodel for your neighbor's day. I'm going to say that Courtney had to tell you to shut up last night.
And? Are you in on this?
Yole.
Yeah, let's go, Ann.
I remember when. To Vinny. When you first walked into this studio.
It's Las Vegas Weekly. Look, even had my name on the front page, which I wasn't expecting, and then there's a nice article with a headshot that's about 10 or 15 years old.
I was going to say, I had the over-under at 12 and a half.
All right, let's go to picks at 12:30. Oh, we can't. It's 12:34. All right, we'll open the punch. Here's my hidden gem. I like taking people to Sam's Town and letting them see the animatronic show that they have with like the little wolf, and there's like lasers going off and the waterfalls go up, and then you can stay and play a few quick hits. Sam's Town, hidden gem. This is a good time of year to golf in Vegas because it's kind of nice out, right?
In your opinion.
Oh, I forgot you grew up here. 55 degrees is freezing. And I had Columbus Blue Jackets. Come on. So I'm going to go with the Golden Knights because I just need a win. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm recusing myself from picking hockey. I know we did I took a 3-1 favorite, the Golden Knights. Columbus, I'm like, come on, the Blue Jackets, and they lost 2-1 in overtime. And I wrote Vince right as I saw the overtime alert come. I'm like, Vince, did they lose? He's like, yeah, womp, 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 I'm here. Vince was at the game. All right, let's do a quick roll call here, ladies and gentlemen. I got to stay away from hockey, Alex. So
It's the dark days for hockey. It's weird right now.
it really is. Maybe just stick
get
with
it back.
Penguin overs. I'm just going to listen to you. You're the expert. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you to all the Punchies for showing up today. The kickoff question was, Dallas Goedert over 4.5 receptions seems to be a sexy prop pick. What's yours? Go. So Reno Paul, I got distracted by the word Dallas in the kickoff question because of Luka. There you go. I think, is Luka Luka? I've been spelling it Luca as in the song My Name is Luka. So I've been misspelling Luka, but you guys don't see that. It's just me at home. Okay, JR likes Barkley over 111.5 rushing yards. So that's Johnny from the ballpark, who we both know. We got to get Johnny back in here on the show. Is Barkley going to get the ball? I mean, obviously they're going to key on him, right? So they're not going to let him beat them.
I think the Chiefs are going to sell out to try to stop Barkley and force Jalen Hurts to use his arm. But there's another prop, JR, if you like it, because you can do the Eagles team rushing yards.
Oh, okay. Is this from earlier today on Sports by the Book with your dad?
Well, no, it's just some that I have been looking at. But I don't hate that. But full team is 159.5.
Oh, wow.
So if he gets that and Jalen Hurts a few more.
Maybe Gainwell a few.
Yeah.
Reno Paul, it took me a second to get this. He goes, how did you get Beetlejuice on the show today? That would be her dress, or her shirt. It's not a dress, ladies and gentlemen.
That's one.
Keith
say
Lyle,
it 2 more times.
They had to change that name of that show from First Take to Bad Take. Okay, he's talking about Barkley. Uh-oh, hold on. JR alert. My 15-year-old nephew. Now, as you know, Johnny has corrupted his 15-year-old nephew into doing sports wagering for fun. He said, his 15-year-old nephew Spencer said, Dallas made the dumbest trade in sports history. It's up there with the Lou Brock trade in baseball. There's some other trades that we don't know yet. We're going to have to wait and see on this. But as of right now, it looks pretty crazy. Joey B. Good afternoon, Frank. Hello, Joey B. Dean Hilt says, thanks to Tim. Oh, Timothy Chalamet's watching the show. I didn't realize that. There we go. Timothy Chalamet. Someone's 15-1, dropped 10-1. I'm not sure what that is, but I know you guys in the chat are following along. By the way, what you guys do going back and forth and talking to each other is the best. Vince Las Vegas says, superb, Drew Dog, always magical on the montages. I'm glad we gave you enough material last week. I was a little under the weather. Drew Dog, always appreciate the support. So there you go. And Angel Reese. Oh, don't worry, JR. The Angel Reese clip is coming up later. That's a little tease. So we will have that. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a friend of mine who I haven't seen. I was on his podcast once, and I had to check and see when I was on it. And I was on it like 10 years ago in 2015 when I was still in L.A. He is the host of CooperTalk, the Coop Tank, Coop's Comedy Corner. You may have seen him performing at City Winery in Philly. He is a huge fan of the Philadelphia Eagles, and you'll see that when we punch up his shot here. Podcaster and stand-up comic Steve Cooper is here, ladies and gentlemen. Woohoo! What's up, Steve?
Oh,
buddy,
not much. Actually, you've been on my show twice. You've been on my show twice in LA.
You know what? I thought so. I looked. But first of all, your podcast, you've done, is it 1,031 podcasts are up right now?
1,032. I'm be posting Gino Vanelli tomorrow.
Gino Vanelli?
And then Gary Kemp from Spandau Ballet next week.
Yeah,
my 1,000th episode was Mick Mars from Motley Crue.
Oh my God.
So that was a big one. Yeah. So,
who did you just say was? Oh, and me. I was like 385. I forgot. I did do 2. I thought I did 2, and I have a picture. Wait, who did you just say that is 32? Right before. Who did you just say was going to be?
Gino Vanelli.
Oh, Gino Vanelli. I opened for Gino Vanelli. Gino Vanelli. I am lost, living inside. Right? Is that Gino Vanelli? I opened for him. One of my first stand-up gigs. I opened for Gino Vanelli. So it was Frank Nicotero and Gino Vanelli. It was the all-Italian show at a small club in Pittsburgh. But congratulations on the success of your show. Listen, I can't urge people more to go find this. It's such a well-run site. Your podcasts are great. You're so knowledgeable on sports and comedy and music. You're a huge fan of all of that stuff, but you are a funny guy and you are an Eagles fan. You got your hat on. So let's talk about your Eagles. How are you feeling about them in the Super Bowl this weekend?
Actually, I'm feeling really good, and here's why. My wife and me were talking about, my wife's also a big Eagles fan.
Okay.
In fact, when we first started dating, I had to find her a pink Deshaun Jackson jersey. And I was living in LA and she was in New Jersey. It took me forever to find it, but I found her one. But we were talking about this. I've seen all the Eagles Super Bowls, and the Raiders, Eagles were in 81.
Yeah, Jaws.
They lost to the Patriots in 2004, I think it was. I was living in Burbank. And then when I moved back, the year I moved back to New Jersey, they beat the Patriots. So they lost to the Chiefs the last Super Bowl they played. So I think they're going to beat them this year. And I think, I heard you talking about Saquon and stacking the box. The Rams said they were going to stack the box. Washington said they were going to stack the box. And Saquon just runs. So it's one of those things I don't want to feel confident. I felt very confident in the Washington game.
Yeah.
And they ended up smoking them.
Oof.
And, Jalen has, he had a great Super Bowl last time, and I think he'll show up. He's a gamer. I mean, I watch all the post-game stuff, and he's always like, we're going to leave stuff on the table. And he's so mellow like that.
That was a good Jalen Hurts.
I've been working on it just for this show. And, but no, I'm feeling confident. I don't want to feel overconfident. I do think Saturday I'm going to go into Philly. There's a bar called McGillen's.
Okay.
It's the oldest bar in Philadelphia. And they serve green beer on St. Patty's Day. And they serve green beer when the Eagles win the Super Bowl. So I think I'm going to take the train into Philly and get myself a green beer because I've done it twice. We're 1-1. So I'm going to go 2-1 when I go to McGillen's.
Now, do you have any superstitions? Do you watch the game in the same place? Do you wear the same shirt or jersey?
The only one I have is there's a bar in Philly. There's a chain of bars called Chicky and Pete's.
Oh, yeah. We have one in Vegas, actually. There's one in the Sahara. Yeah.
Well, a few years back, they had Eagles glasses. When you were sitting there, they gave glasses away. And I got a Brandon Graham glass.
Oh,
and
wow.
after the bye week, I've been drinking out of that. My wife has been drinking out of a glass that I got at a restaurant that opened in Burbank, 20-odd years ago, called South Street in Philly.
Okay.
So we've been drinking out of those glasses. So that's my one superstition. I don't take it out during the week. I think we're going to watch it at home. If we go to her brother's house, I'm taking the glass with me. But that's the only superstition.
Now, the Brandon Graham glass, was that something you took with you, or was that something that was purchased?
It was purchased. If you bought it for like $5, and you go back and they give you a refill for $2. And they had like 5 different Eagles. And I wish I got the Carson Wentz because I could have broken it. But,
you have to be it's a very delicate glass. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. But I would have put it down and it would have shattered.
Exactly. Have you had Eagles on the show? I mean, I know you have a wide variety on your CooperTalk.
You'll like this story. I had one Eagle one, and the whole story is I'm at the gym a few years ago, and this guy, John Corsiniti, we called him Johnny Fever because even in high school, he had like the slick back hair. Like, he still does. He comes up and he goes, do you remember when we interviewed Mike Barilla? Now, Mike Barilla was a quarterback in 75 who was starting over Roman Gabriel. The Roman Gabriel got hurt, so Barilla came in and went 3-0. After sucking in the beginning of the season, and then ended up making the Pro Bowl. And so he was at a bar restaurant called Crest Tavern. And my mom I said, Mom, I want to interview him. So she took me and my friend John Corsiniti, and I interviewed Mike Barilla. Wow. And I'd forgotten about it until I was at the gym. And then I found Mike Barilla on LinkedIn. And I said, dude, I interviewed you, when I was 12 or 13. I said, now I have a podcast. I would love to have you on. And he did it. And the best part is he writes books. And his latest book, he has a guy who interviews people and he asks if he can name him Steve Cooper. So that was the one Eagle I had on the show. So I was very proud about that.
Wow. Oh, who just walked behind you? Was that your girlfriend? Someone just walked behind you.
That's my wife.
Okay.
That's my wife. She's a huge Eagles fan. You know, as I said, she actually, the other superstition I wear sometimes, back when they didn't have like the women's size jerseys, you know, because my wife's petite, so she was, I think her size, they had regular jerseys. And when she was moving out to LA, I was coming back to New Jersey. I was going back once a month this year. And then she finally moved up. She was going to get rid of this Ricky Waters jersey.
Oh, wow.
Size fits me. So I have that. I've worn that lately. So I don't know. I have all these jerseys. I have a Cooper jersey, my last name, but I'm afraid they'll think it's Riley Cooper and people think I'm a racist.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't want to.
He got in trouble at that concert. That's right. I remember Riley Cooper.
Exactly.
By the way, I think we have Alyssa Milano to thank for designing a lot of the women's. I think she was like the actress from Who's the Boss was the one who really was like, we need to make jerseys for women. Speaking of women, this is Alex White. Alex is wearing her, she's jokingly calling that her Kansas City Chiefs jersey because it resembles a referee.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you for that joke. Thank you. That's true, though. I mean, I don't think the things are fixed. And, but some of those calls in the last game, I just think, if the Eagles come to play like they can and how they have, and Saquon does what he does, which I just saw that guy Jake Paul told Saquon if he wins the MVP of the Super Bowl, they'll give him a yellow Ferrari.
I saw that. Yeah.
But I think if they play, we won't care about the refs, because it's a matter of, I think they're coming in strong.
Yeah, to beat the champs, you got to knock the champs out. So we'll see what happens. Alex, go ahead.
I want your opinion on if the Eagles were to win, who you think would be the MVP. Because right now, Barkley does have the shortest odds at plus 275. And Jalen Hurts, which we know it's become a quarterback award, he's 3-1. Or you could even look down the board a little bit at A.J. Brown. We've been talking about Dallas Goedert. What do you think? If they were to win, do you think it is going to go to Saquon Barkley?
Either Saquon or here's a long
we
shot.
like long shots. All right, give it to us.
Jalen Carter. Because the guy's been a beast.
Yes, he has.
Actually, Zach Baum's been amazing. I think it's one of those things. The Eagles have the number one defense, and if Saquon only has like 100, Saquon's going to need like 150. If he has 100 yards, Jalen throws for 250, and they just shut the Chiefs down. I can see Jalen Carter or Baum getting MVP because they've both been huge this year. But that's a long shot.
And that's when you've been looking at Baum's his tackles, right?
Yeah, Zach Baum tackles and assists. It was 9.5. It's already been bumped up to 10.5 now, but I still think it's okay. But yeah, Jalen Carter is 80-1 and Zach Baum is 100-1. So that is a long shot, but
okay. Throw $5 on there.
Yeah, I'll throw 5 on for you. You remind me. I'll text you. I'll be doing props next week. We're going to be here watching the game here. We can't wait for the game. It's gonna look. Here's the thing. As a Steelers fan, I don't really care who wins this game. My sister has already decided, she's still in Pittsburgh. She's decided she's rooting for the Eagles. She's like, Keystone State, got to root for them. So there you go. The fans bother me a little bit, not you, Steve, but what do you feel about this reputation that the Eagle fans get? I mean, it is earned. It is kind of a badge of honor, but there are a lot of bad fans. But okay, go ahead. Got the finger wave.
Okay.
Go.
I was at a party in LA with a guy I went to high school with, and his friend was there. And his friend was cousins of the guy from the Snowball Experience. Now, we're not going to say anything about the Dodgers fans, when you go to the game and they beat someone almost to death in the parking lot. We're not going to say that. We're not going to say that, it's like the Mexican Mafia and MS-13 hitting the $1.99 beach ball around. We're not going to say that. But I'm going to tell you this. That guy, the Santa Claus guy, first he wasn't drunk. There was a blizzard. The real Santa Claus couldn't get over the bridge. Everyone hated that guy.
You're talking about a long time ago, Coop, right? Right. You're talking about the way back in the day.
Everyone brings it up.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, there are idiots. I mean, I was at a Kings game in LA and I saw like these two guys like shirtless with a Flyers logo, like just wasted it. And I was like, you're giving us a bad name.
Yeah.
But I think, it's anywhere you go. I mean, I do laugh when these guys climb up. When they won the championship, the NFC championship, guys climbing up, they grease the poles, and people still get up there. One guy falls off and he dies, which is sad. But it's like, well, don't climb a grease pole. But I think any city is bedlam, and I think the Eagles fans, I think we sort of get a bad rep. I mean, there are idiots, but there's idiots everywhere.
Yeah, and that is the last time I didn't wear a shirt at a sporting event with the Flyers logo. That was me at the Kings game, so I apologize. I had lost a bet. I had lost a Penguins Flyers bet. Now, when I was a kid, I had a book that had all the sports records. And for the longest time, the longest field goal was by Tom Dempsey of the Saints, who actually had only half a foot. He had a club foot, kicked a 63-yard field goal. Now, 63 yards now, people don't understand. Kids today don't get it. That was a record for, 30, 40 years. Now 63 yards is almost routine. And you told me when we were texting that you have a Tom Dempsey story.
Yeah, well, actually, besides the club foot, he had a hoofed hand. Too.
Yeah, okay.
And so here's a Tom Dempsey story.
Okay.
So I'm like 5 years old, and there was a bodybuilder in New Jersey, in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, where I was from, named Jim Correa, and he opened a gym, Jim Correa's gym. And my dad had me and my brother join. Now we would just go. I would run the track, maybe try to curl 2 pounds, shoot some hoops. I'm 5. And so we would go there, and the Eagles would go. Muhammad Ali had a house in Cherry Hill. He went there, and a lot of Eagles go there. So Tom Dempsey would go there, and I remember playing basketball with a running back named Lee Bogus. But I'm 5, and I'm in the shower. Now, if you ever played sports, anything. There's a huge shower. There's lots of men in the shower. Now, most of these people are men. I'm 5. Now, at 5, I don't know how to wash my hair. Okay, fine. My mom maybe washed it once a month. So I'm sitting there, and I was like, I wanted to act like the big guy. So I'm under the shower, and I'm putting shampoo on my dry hair. I had hair at the time. It's not lathering. So Tom Dempsey's in the shower next to me and goes, "Here's how you do it." And he said, "Run your head under the faucet." So I run under the head of the faucet. He put some shampoo on, and he washed my hair. Tom Dempsey washed my hair. And then I rinsed it out, and nothing else happened. There was other men in the shower, but Tom Dempsey, he didn't use the hoof hand. He used his normal hand, but he washed my hair. So that's my claim to fame, that Tom Dempsey, when I was 5, washed my hair. And another quick add to that.
Yeah, please.
The guy who held the field goal for him for the Saints was named Joe Scarpati. I think his last name was Scarpati. I met his son, who was a realtor, and I said, "Are you related to Scarpati?" And it was Scarpati's dad. But I didn't tell him the Tom Dempsey hair washing story.
Now, you knew it was Tom Dempsey going in, or you could just identify?
I was a huge Eagles fan, even at 5. And, how often is there a big guy with a club foot and a half hand? It's not like it happens every day.
Not often.
Oh, my God, there's another guy. So Tom Dempsey washed my hair.
Also, you in a shower with grown men at 5 seems strange. So it's just a great story.
Hey, you're in a gym. There's people. It's not like,
I know.
What am I going to do? Walk around, take a shower with my clothes on?
Well, 5, but 5. I mean, did you really break that much of a sweat at 5? You felt you needed a shower?
Hey, my parents told me to always shower after gym. Because back then, even in gym class, we'd shower. Like, if you went to gym class, even though you had to get to, third period, the kid who didn't take a shower in gym class, you're like, this kid's an idiot. Like, he probably stinks. So that's what happened.
I guess he's right. All right. Let me know how the Super Bowl unfolds right now. Tell me give me a few highlights and give me the final score from an Eagles fan.
Oh, man, I think the Eagles are actually going to have a drive from the first drive to have a touchdown, which they've only done once or twice this year.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm having visions of when Tampa Bay played the Chiefs and they smoked them. And I don't know why. I just have this feeling, everyone's not, the Eagles get no respect. I have a feeling it's going to be, the Eagles are going to win by 10.
Oh.
And I don't think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be out of the gate, and it's going to be one of the things that we'll be all sweating ourselves at the end, because the Eagles always almost choke. But I think that I think Saquon Barkley came for a reason. They benched him for a reason. I think, and I owe apology to Jeff Sirianni, because I said after a game, Nick Sirianni.
Nick Sirianni, okay. I don't know.
I owe apology because after they got blown out by Tampa Bay, I'm like, hey, get rid of this guy. He's done a great job. 2 Super Bowls in 4 years.
Yeah,
and,
it's amazing.
I think they know that he needs the win, and Jalen needs the win to get some street cred. Even though Jalen had a great Super Bowl the last one, they both need that. And Saquon, I just think it's Saquon's birthday. I think it's going to be honestly, it's going to be about 10 or I think 31-21.
31-21. So that's the over. All right, Alex, I have one more question before you go.
I did, and you brought up Nick Sirianni. I wanted to know how you think Eagle fans will feel if they do not win this year, because I know it's been very back and forth with his support. So will Eagle fans be calling for him to be fired again?
Well, I'm gonna say something real quick, and I stuck up for Eagles fans, but the sports media in Philadelphia is a bunch of crybabies, and the fans they'll always complain. But you know what? The bottom line is Andy Reid lost 4 championship games, 3 in a row, and finally got us one in the 4th. And he was around. I honestly think Sirianni deserves to stay. And the guy's record, he's like a 75, just like Jalen's winning percentage is like 73%.
Yeah.
Philly fans need to shut up. You know, and there's teams that don't even get to the Super Bowl.
This
and
is true.
Even if they lose, hey, you know, I've been back for 7 years. Okay, this is my 3rd Super Bowl. Now I'm pissed at the kids who are 15-year-olds who have seen all these Super Bowls when I waited forever to win.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, honestly, I think they'll be irritated. But you know what? You're still there. You got there. You know, and it's a matter of, you know. Hey, you can't win them all, but I think they're going to take it 31-21.
All right, I like that prediction. It's like he likes the Eagles and the over. Coop, I can't thank you enough, and I want to make sure I'm saying this in all honesty. Your podcast is one of the best. You have so many episodes of such a variety, and the best place to go is what would you suggest?
CooperTalk.net. That way there's a picture of who is on, because I get a lot of character actors and rock stars.
Yeah.
You don't know who they are. So CooperTalk.net, and that has 1,035.
Yeah, and you had the guy who was on The Sopranos as the FBI agent and also on Banshee. I saw was a recent episode. His wife friended me on Facebook because I was talking about how great Banshee is, which is an underrated show, and he was great as the sheriff. I love that guy.
Which, by the way, the big guy on Banshee who has a real deep voice, Gino Seegers, he came to one of my Super Bowl parties in L.A. because he was a friend of mine. He was my neighbor.
You're the man. All right, Cooper, I can't thank you enough, buddy. Good luck to your Eagles. Thanks for being on the show. All right, Steve Cooper, everybody. All right. Great job, Coop. Excellent job. That was tremendous, and that story is too funny. Oh, my God. All right, we blew past picks at 12:36. We're going to do picks at 12:38, ladies and gentlemen. Why not? All right, there it is. Punchline picks and props at 12:38 and 38 seconds. All right, Alex White is here, ladies and gentlemen. And if you want some good prop bets and stuff, here we go. Alex White, what do you got?
Okay, so tomorrow I'll go back to today's action and have some bets, but it was a small college basketball card, so we had to go down pretty far on the board.
Go for it.
I'm just going to start off with some props that I like for the Super Bowl coming up Sunday.
Go for it.
So you put that in the chat. Dallas Goedert over 4.5 receptions. That is definitely
been seeing that one a lot. People love that one.
On my list.
Okay.
Yes. So that is 3-4-6-3 here at the South Point, and I mean, really, it's just because the Chiefs have given up the most receptions and receiving yards to tight ends. Throughout the year. So really good corners. Not such great linebackers. I think he'll have his
Dallas Goedert. We like that one.
And then I'm also gonna go Kareem Hunt under his carries. So that is 3-3-1-8 here, and it's 11.5. I really like this one, and it complements the one you're going to give out, which I also like. But really, Kareem Hunt has stepped in because Isaiah Pacheco has been hurt, who has now been back for a good 4 or 5 games, and I think that they are going to equally share the carries. So under 11.5 for Kareem Hunt. And I think Patrick Mahomes is going to take some himself, which will take away.
Absolutely. I mean, especially with that defensive line of the Eagles probably collapsing the pocket a lot. And he can still run. He's still a young guy. He's been in the league for 7 years, but he's still young and he's able to run. And he's still the best big game quarterback we've ever seen. He hasn't lost. Brady. He's second best, whatever you want to say. And just playing off that, if you go to rotation number 3-3-3-1, that is the Isaiah Pacheco over 6.5 carries. Alex reminded me that in the previous 2 Super Bowls, he had 15 and 18.
Correct.
And again, this is the guy everyone says he runs angry, he runs possessed, and he's a big game player. And I feel like they've been keeping him low. They're going to get him some 6.5 carries. Like you said, Kareem Hunt, who they picked up midseason, who I also did on my fantasy team and won the championship. He's going to get some carries too. He still has the breakaway speed. So yeah, I like that too. So I like Isaiah Pacheco.
Somewhere right there in the middle for both of us. Let's get.
I think we can both win on that one. Let's both win. And then if you go to rotation number 3129, we've been talking a lot about this, and I think Chris even mentioned this, the punts. So the punts in the game right now is over 7.5. I always feel like in a Super Bowl, not to go against Steve Cooper, who said Philadelphia will score on their first drive. Seems like everyone's a little tight, right? It's a Super Bowl. There's a billion people watching. I see some early punts, 7.5. You think, wow, that's 8 punts. It's not that much, really. No. And the Super Bowl teams always play a little tighter, a little more conservative. So I like over punts, and it's plus money. It's plus 120, so you're getting a good number there. So any other ones from you?
No, I do. I agree with that too. And people are actually betting that under. Yeah. Because people are betting what they want to see, right?
Right.
And so I think we can even get a better number if you wait a little bit.
I will wait. I am going to wait till Friday. Do we also have my over that I had sent in for the Puppy Bowl, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh.
The Puppy Bowl. Now, here's what I'm saying. Here it is. Okay, yeah. So, here's some Puppy Bowl odds, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, it's Team Fluff versus Team Rough. They're both minus 120. Who knows who's going to win? And also the first touchdown to score. And then you got the MVPs, but not pictured on that graphic. The over-under is 165, I think. So I don't know. You know me, Frankie Overs here in Vegas. So I love that there's Puppy Bowl odds. This is obviously not in any casino, not here at the South Point. Somewhere you might be able to bet on the Puppy Bowl and take a look at that over at 165. Which, by the way, this thing was shot, I'm assuming, weeks ago. So someone who worked on the show might be able to do pretty well on that. But
you're going to have to try and get some inside
I don't know. I got to call
us.
some friends in LA and be like, did you work on the Puppy Bowl? Happy day after Groundhog Day, says Ev Natola. Nick Sansone sounds like Penn State. I don't know what we're going back to there. I missed something from Nick. Dean Hill wanted to point out the Raiders beat Philly in that Super Bowl. I do remember watching that Super Bowl. Jim Plunkett over Ron Jaworski. He wanted to point out Chip Kelly was named the Raiders offensive coordinator. Did you see that over the weekend? Yeah. So Pete Carroll getting the old guys back. Actually, what was that movie, Last Vegas, where all the old guys come out, have a big trip? That's what Pete Carroll's doing. Someone take the poster of Last Vegas and superimpose Chip Kelly and Pete Carroll and all of them over there. There, I just created a meme. Look at me. JR mentions Banshee is amazing. Very underrated show. A lot of action, a lot of violence. It was a show on Cinemax that no one watched except for me and a couple friends. It is an outstanding show, by the way. So, all right. Hi there, guys. Oh, hey, let's see. Hassan Terrell or Hassan Terrell? Terrell, sorry. Let's see. I'm going to go Hassan Terrell. Hi, guys. Happy February 3rd. It is February 3rd today. And let's talk about the date right now. Let's do it. Today is February 3rd. Hold on. I got the page for it. February 3rd. It's episode 332, which is the area code of Manhattan. If you're wondering, yesterday, Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow, so I mentioned that. Here are your national days for February 3rd. Alex, I have about 5 here. Here we go. Ice cream for breakfast day. Did anyone adhere to that, if that is actually true? Ice cream for breakfast day. National Women's Physician Day. National Number 23 Jersey Day, National Carrot Cake Day, National Day the Music Died. We did listen to American Pie. That is, of course, commemorating the crash of Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper. Died in Iowa. And that's it. That's it right there. So if you want to take a look at those two there.
Well, yesterday was 22 Day.
It was.
February
So let's
2nd.
see. Jerry is saying it is not Carrot Cake Day. Vince is saying it is not ice cream. And Drew Doug is saying no, number 23 jersey. And what about you?
I got no ice cream for breakfast.
No ice cream for breakfast. Now, I could reveal the answer, but I have to check with Alex, and I want to make sure I don't get, whoa.
I was thinking now you have mine like that, and then Steve Cooper was.
Steve Cooper has a finger away. We go, whoa. Steve Cooper go, no. I love it. All right, so Alex, what do you think?
Ice cream for breakfast as well.
Boy, everyone, that is actually a real day. Drew Doug, congratulations. There's no such thing as Jersey number 23 Day. Today's date is February 3rd, so I thought maybe I'd fish in a couple of you there.
Well, that's weird too. And episode number 322, is that right? Or
332.
332.
Yeah.
And then so there's a lot of 2s and 3s.
A lot of 2s. That's how I got you.
Yep.
I got Vince. Vince is diving way too deep into my mindset. By the way, Steve Cooper is looking skyward right now on the freeze frame. He's just in the bottom left. Okay, birthdays today. Jamaican rapper Zan Kingston's 35. But the one I really wanted to point out, and I'm setting up Ann to fill in the blank here, and I'm sure she's going to get it. Hall of Fame quarterback Fran Tarkington, who was one of my favorite players when I was a kid because I had his football card, and he had played for so long. I just liked memorizing all his stats. When Fran Tarkington retired, I want to say he had about 48,000 yards. That was the all-time leading passer for yards at that time. I scrambled his life away in Minnesota, always running around. They lost 4 Super Bowls. He was a great quarterback. He turns 85. 85, and would you say that's
incredible?
Yeah, that's incredible. It was a silly show that was on TV when we were kids. He was one of the co-hosts with Kathy Lee Crosby and John Davidson. And someone else. Anyway, that's incredible. Basically, it was stories that you find incredible, but guess what? That's pretty much what we do on the show now.
I was going to say, we might have to use Ann's voiceover there for That's Crazy instead.
I think, which we skipped, and we're going to get back to after this.
Wow.
Here is the AI magic. Here we go. We took all those days with those celebrity birthdays. Here we go. There we go. Oh, God, why so much death? What is going on? Oh, the day the music died, and yeah, and there's Zan Kingston, who's Jamaican, representing the Jamaican flag. Maybe that's a Luka thing. I don't know. But look, let's look happier. Look at Fran Tarkington eating ice cream for breakfast. He has a very strange bicep that resembles a basketball. Weird. What is that jar of in front, by the way? Is that like jam or something? Sure it is. And I love that since it's Women's Physicians Day, he's getting a physical as he eats ice cream for breakfast. That is tremendous. That is an excellent one. Let's go back in time. We're going to do That's Crazy now since we blew by it. Let's go for That's Crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Since we got Alex here, we always do That's Crazy. Let's do it. Let the cat out of the bag. There we go. Aaron O'Connor.
That's crazy. What? That's crazy.
Well, thank you. Keith Lau says, a guy named Tom Dempsey washed my hair in a gym shower. I was 14. I don't know. Aaron O'Connor, if you're sweating yourself at the end, will you have to shower the bunch of old men again? What? Oh, okay. There you go. Aaron O'Connor, thanks for checking in. I love it. All right, what do you have for That's Crazy today, Alex?
So mine does have to do with the Super Bowl, but also a little bit of hockey because I love to throw the hockey.
Yep.
So since the Golden Knights have been a team,
okay,
when the Eagles have made it to the Super Bowl, the Knights have also made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. But of course, when Nick Foles led the Eagles to a Super Bowl win, that was the Knights' first year, and they lost to the Caps. And then 2 years ago, the Eagles lost to the Chiefs, and the Knights beat the Florida Panthers. So now I'm a little bit torn. Do I want the Eagles or do I want the Knights? You know, it seems like a Chiefs-Knights parlay.
Very interesting. Have you decided who you're picking for the game, or is that coming tomorrow maybe?
Oh, no, I'm picking the Eagles.
You're picking the Eagles?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Wow, really?
But I'm not going to be totally disappointed if they don't win.
I just want to see a good game. I have no horse in this race. All right, for my That's Crazy, we're going to stick with the Super Bowl. Now, we found this. This is truly amazing. This is victories by decades in the Super Bowl, right? So here we go. As of now, we know it's Super Bowl 59 coming up on Sunday. As of right now, the NFC NFL has 29 victories, and the AFC AFL has 29. So the first couple years, you had the Packers winning, then the Chiefs winning, and then Super Bowl III was the Jets. I think that was the first. Was that the first AFL? That was the first all NFL? I think it was when they beat the Colts. But anyway, there you go. Victories by decade, if you break it down. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, I was really surprised by this. AFC dominated the 70s. That's when I first started watching. Steelers winning 4. Then the NFC dominated. You had the Redskins were really good. The 90s. And then the Patriots had their run, so they owned the 2000s, and it's been pretty equal. So that's an amazing stat to me. So there you go. Someone will break the tie and take the lead, either the AFC Chiefs or the NFC Eagles. Very cool. I don't know. I still haven't decided on again, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want to see a good game. I want some props to hit. It's going to be a good time. If you want a big game party, now, a lot of hotels around town are charging money to come down. Oh, no. The South Point, we don't do that for the big game. Come down to the South Point. There will be an amazing amount of TVs. We got upstairs going on. I'm going to be down here watching the game. Are you coming down? We haven't even talked about this.
I'll be here for a little bit.
Okay. Uh-oh. Interesting. We don't know where she's disappearing to. But I will be here watching the Super Bowl. If you want to come down and say hi, you can. If you want to fly in, some of you people who are out of town. But it's going to be a party, man. The prices will shock you. It's free to get in. We got the windows. We'll have kiosks. You got to come here and watch the Super Bowl. It is the best place. We watched it last year and we had a blast. All right, so we have some videos to end the show with that we wanted to get to. Now, Johnny JR from the ballpark mentioned Angel Reese. So we're going to go to Punch Bowl 1. We have to show this. So Unrivaled is the 3-on-3 basketball league. I haven't watched much of it. I've seen highlights.
Yeah.
And I asked you before the show, have you been watching it? And you said
they aren't putting lines up.
They aren't putting lines, so why watch if you can't gamble on it? But Angel Reese did something hard to believe. Here's Angel. So she gets a little agitated. She's playing defense. She gets called for a tic-tac. She kind of shoved the girl. Ooh. So she's pissed. Now she's saying that was garbage. And then the ref's going to come at her. She's going to mouth off to the ref. And here we go. She's no angel. Said something there. And she gets teed up again. And she's got, look, bye, get up. So Angel Reese got kicked out of a 3-on-3 game. My question is, does it become a 2-on-3 game now? No. Which today being 2-3 Jersey Day. No, it's not. But I'm sure you're allowed to sub in. But she got kicked out of a game. I believe that's the first in history.
I think so, too.
And fitting that it's Angel Reese, I don't know. Pretty funny. We're going to stick with some basketball. Excuse me, guys.
Some more Luka or what?
No, not Luka. We'll get to Luka. We'll stick with women's basketball. No, we didn't do that one. We're going to stick with men's basketball. Kevin Durant. Now, Kevin Durant's name has been circulating around as trade bait. Maybe Golden State, going back to Golden State to play with Steph again. One last ride. There's video you might have seen of him on the bench, someone handing him a phone. I can't believe he had a phone. So there's a picture of him looking at the Luka trade news. And a lot of people, all the comments are like, why does he have a phone on the bench? My guess is a fan handed it to him. But then Alex said,
it's Katie.
It's
When
KD.
I watched it, that didn't even really cross my mind. I was like watching his reaction, which was really funny because he was like, what?
He's like, is this real?
He was as shocked as all of us.
I just feel like someone behind the bench must have been like Luka's trade. And they were probably like, yeah, right. And they were like, proof.
That makes sense.
But I just can't see him like playing words with friends on the bench. But anyway, Kevin Durant, who plays for the Suns, and they are in Portland tonight. I doubt there will be an exchange as funny as this. Here he is mouthing off with Gary Payton, one of the best defenders of all time. So crank it up, please. Here we go. Thank you.
Dude, he's gonna come out here in a minute. 20 years straight. One time you was my age, you was the same way. I would do the same way.
Oh my gosh.
So they're talking trash. The refs even laugh and the fans are laughing. Then he's like, oh yeah, I got to play a game. Gary Payton was the glove. That was his nickname because his defense was so good. The glove. He fit you like a glove. He came to the Lakers late in his career with that team with Karl Malone, and they made it to the finals. Everyone's like, this is the way they're going to get their ring. And then the Pistons swept them. It was bad. But anyway, tonight the Suns play the Blazers. So if you want to watch NBA action that doesn't involve the Lakers and you want to get away from Luka tonight, you can watch KD in action. The trade deadline, I want to say is the 6th. I think it's this week.
I
NBA
think so
trade.
too.
I want to say February 6th is stuck in my head, which would be what, Friday? Or Thursday? 4, 5, 6, that would be Thursday. Anyway, KD could be on the move, but if you want to watch him play tonight, he is. All right, let's go to Punch Bowl 3. Punch Bowl 3, Amy Schumer. Now, we were talking, Amy Schumer, I asked you, are you an Amy Schumer fan?
Yes.
She was on Howard Stern. She's promoting Trainwreck is a movie you've seen. Funny movie.
Yeah.
So she's promoting her new movie called Almost Pregnant, which I believe comes out on Netflix this Wednesday. So she went to a Knicks game and recreated when she danced with the Knicks dancers in her movie Trainwreck to kind of cross-promote her new movie. So there's Amy Schumer on the dance floor with the Knicks. Moving pretty good. Amy Schumer still got it. She remembered the routine, she said. She wasn't sure if she'd remember it. There she is. She's very funny. Look, she's got the leg kicks going. And it's Uptown Girl, by the way, which is hysterical, which I think was the song in the movie as well, right?
I think so.
So look at that. After all these years, she still remembered the routine. But Adam Sandler's Happy Madison has produced the movie. The cast is unbelievable. She was talking about it. Sounds like it's going to be really funny. So little plug for Amy Schumer. Now, for another comedian in Punch Bowl 4, Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart prides himself on being a New York guy, hosts The Daily Show right there in New York. So he lost a bet to Jalen Brunson, who plays for the Knicks, and he had to wear the enemy's jersey. And then he had to show up on the court. So here we go. Jalen Brunson made it. He said, you got to come down and shake me. So he's wearing a Saquon, however you want to pronounce it, Barkley jersey. He's very humiliated by that. So I won't have to wear any jersey. We're not making any wager on this.
Absolutely not. No. No.
All right. And Kendrick Lamar is the halftime show. That's not Lamar Jackson. So, yeah. So anyway, he had to wear that jersey.
Lamar there.
Is that all the punch? Was there a Punch Bowl 2 or no? I can't remember. What's that? Oh my God. Oh, thank you.
Oh, the big tease.
It's the second part of this. Yes. If you're going to lose a bet like Jon Stewart, smart guy, he just had to wear a jersey and a hat. Someone lost a bet and had to get a tattoo. So this girl made a bet. And she had to get a Kermit the Frog tramp stamp. So that is on her forever. So, hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here. She's humiliated. when you're going to make a bet, make sure you're sober and don't bet your body on it. Like I had to wear a Lamar Jackson jersey. That was humiliating. But guess what? I was able to take it off barely because it was very small. Don't get a tattoo. That is just not smart.
And that's real.
Oh, yeah. It's a real tattoo. You know it's real when they have to take the saran wrap off of it because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I've never had a tattoo. Anyway, how many tattoos do you have, Ann? That's why she always wears long sleeves, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're moving on to let's just real quick.
Wait, so did she bet on the Bills?
She was a Bills fan, I believe. Yeah, she was a Bills fan. By the way, there's so many terrible clips. It's so sad. The Bills people just crying and just reaction. They were just too sad. They're too sad to show. I feel bad for Buffalo. I really wanted them to win.
I'm a little, I don't know.
You're what?
There wasn't like this high hopes. It wasn't like they stacked this team.
No,
to
that's
take
true.
down the Chiefs.
And I think everyone kind of thought their window might have been closed, right?
Right, yeah.
So, but I just think it's people.
No Diggs like coming into this year. Well, because you still thought Stephon Diggs was on the team.
Is on the Bills
all year.
He's on the Texans.
He's just
But he didn't really play much because he got hurt.
That's right.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they're so heartbroken.
Yeah, well, they got nothing else in Buffalo. All right, so Alex, great show today. I know we still have the dogs to do. You're back tomorrow.
Yes.
And you are wearing some sort of Kansas City jersey tomorrow or something, or Philly? What are you doing tomorrow?
Philly. No, I think I'm just, I'll wear green.
Yeah.
Like you.
I wore green today. We have our red lights that's our color here at Punchlines. We're thinking about making it red and green. Is that right? We're thinking red and green for maybe Thursday and Friday. It's going to be crazy.
It's just so Christmas.
It's very Christmassy, I know. And it's not like you can put green on top and then I know, we don't know what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We'll figure it out. But I will be, we have Craig Shoemaker. Craig Shoemaker, legendary comedian from Philadelphia, will be on via video. And then we got some Kansas City comics and people. Hopefully Dennis Evans. We don't know. We're going to try to get Dennis on the show, possibly. Everyone's heading to New Orleans. So if you can file a report, send it in. All right, here we go. Kenny White's dog of the day, KennyWhiteSports.com.
That's right.
KennyWhiteSports.com. He likes Jackson State plus 7.5 at Southern tonight. So take a look at that. If you want some action tonight, take a look at that. And here is our dog of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Which clip will it be today? Oh, okay. What's that say there? My dog was booping my other dog because he was sleeping. Boop. He was too peaceful. He wanted to play. Let's play. Get up. I love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Drew Dog, thank you so much for that montage. Steve Cooper, make sure you go to CooperTalk. You guys got to check out his podcast. He has amazing people on it. He gets these big names, actors, musicians, comedians, athletes. It's a really great show. So we appreciate him being on. Vince and Jerry, thank you. Alex, what are you doing the rest of your Monday?
Just going to go back and dive into some more props.
Yeah, we're going to talk more props tomorrow at 12:36. So more props for you. No more puppy bowl talk. We won't do it. All right, thank you for watching, everybody. My name's Frank Nicotero. The show's Punchlines. Line stands for live in Nevada every show. See you tomorrow.